Dearly beloved, we are gathered here before friends and family to join together these three wonderful people in a distinctly different marriage. All of you are present today because you, in one way or another, have been a part of David's, Scott's, and Kyros' lives. On their behalf, I welcome you all to share with us in this day of joy and unity. We are here to celebrate love. Love gives shape and meaning to our large and sometimes unpredictable world. It enshrines and ennobles our human existence. In the words of the late Carl Sagan, for small creatures such as we, the vastness is bearable only through love. This ceremony is not the beginning of their bond, nor does it mark the end of their lives as individuals, with independent aspirations and goals. Rather, we gather to celebrate their shared memories and the prospect of their future joy. Today, we also honor Mother Earth and ask that this marriage be abundant and grow stronger through the seasons. We honor fire and ask that this union be warm and glowing with heartfelt love. We honor the wind and ask that this triad sail through life in calm safety. We honor water. May it cleanse and soothe this relationship so that it never thirsts for affection. With all the forces of the universe created, we pray for harmony and true happiness as they forever grow young together. In this spirit, they will now exchange their vows of love and commitment.
Love y'all. Kyros, you're my champion more than I am myself. My lover, my justice warrior, my designated warrior, my hero, and my companion when both terrible and sublime. We made those who did before, and I've done my best to live them and keep them. Today I renew them, and to keep growing with you, sharing the world with you, always loving you, and praying you for your wisdom. For the first time we laid eyes on each other, there have been sparks. A few of the folks that were there that night are here today, so perhaps they can attest to that. You intrigued and confused me with your blend of strength, determination, and vulnerability, joy, and pain. All these years later, that's still true. Although we should have better. And in that time, my love for you has only strengthened. Your smile makes me feel like everything in the world will be okay. And when you laugh, I wonder what sort of trouble you've gotten up to and rejoice. In addition to our shared vows, there are a few other things I pledge to you. I promise to ascribe good intentions, to give you space when you need it, to try to make you feel heard, and to open my mail once in a while. Scott, you're my better self, my conscience, even though I'm pretty grieved tonight. My lover, my companion where nothing needs to be said, my frustrated idealist, my tank, just a long-suffering victim of our terrible puns. You're already my family, my home, but I'm so happy to be able to solemnize that commitment, our commitment to each other here today. Our relationship has often seemed magically effortless, although, of course, its strength is a testament to the work and dedication we've given freely to each other over the last 10 years. We grew together and entwined over time, filling out this new to us, not so traditional dream together. Maybe it's silly and I don't think I ever told you, but I knew I was yours the moment you shared that Calistoga bottle of tequila you were carrying in Robert Schwartz with me. I just didn't know what that meant yet. You're simultaneously gentle and passionate, rational and sentimental, and when you reach out, I melt. So, to you, in addition to our vows to each other, I promise to not abuse your equanimity, to protect your solitude, but also drag you out of the house, and to always mention something a couple of times when I add it to the shared calendar. I love both of you, my fellow mushpots. Together you support me and make me better because I'll have opportunity with you. Thank you for being here with me today and honored with you.
I thought we were being brief.
My take.
is in a bigger fight, so it's a lot less than that. But that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah, you should go last.
Keen intellect, optimism, kindness, patience, attentiveness, generosity, humor. These are but a few of your many beautiful qualities I love. And even more so, it delights me that I can trace each of them back to your wonderful parents and family, to whom you are so very close, which in and of itself is another beautiful quality of yours that I cherish. Your family is an enormously positive and warm influence on your life, and I am grateful to say mine too.
Yeah.
David, I love you. Being with you is like a big hug. Comfortable, safe, fulfilling. I can always, without fail, depend on you to give me love and understanding. I think because you and I share a gentle patience and insight, very rarely have we gotten mad at one another, and never for long. Kyros, there have been many times when we've driven one another up the wall.
Nice segue.
I can't say living with you has always been easy, but I can say it's always been worth it. You're passionate, sensitive, engaged with the world. You care deeply and stand up for what you believe. You take your responsibility seriously, sometimes too seriously. Give yourself a break, please. And you take care of your community and loved ones. When I was a teenager, still in the closet, even to myself, I daydreamed about one day finding a man both mature and childlike. And in you, I have found him. An earnest and caring man who also embodies boyish charm and joy. A dreamer. A man with a child in his eyes. Kyros, I love you. And I love both of you. I am so proud that my love for y'all is not jealous. My marriage now to each of you fills me with a profound happiness. But at least as much, so does my witnessing the marriage between you two. Your love for one another fills me with no less joy than the love I share with you. I love how each of us brings something different to the relationship and complement each of the other two. David and Kyros, I love each of you for numerous and various reasons, some similar, some disparate, but love you I do with all of my heart. My love is not divided between you, but made whole by you. I ask you both to take me as a husband.
And the writer tried to be brief. David, I love you. It's hard to believe that it's been over a decade since you walked into my life and turned my whole world upside down. I knew from the first moment I met you that you were going to be my husband, though it took me a really long time to convince you of that fact. I'm glad you finally relented and accepted your fate. Thank you for over a decade of love, laughter, and a life I never thought possible. Like I said, I'm brief. Scott, I love you. I knew there was something special about you the moment I met you too. But since David and I were together by then, I thought it was just one of those could-have-been moments. But thankfully, your charm and gigantic heart ended up winning both of us over. Thank you for a decade of love, laughter, and a life I never thought possible. To both of you. David and Scott, I'm thankful daily that I get to spend my life with two people who continuously lift me up, tell me I can do whatever I set my mind to, and are my biggest cheerleaders. You both are constant pillars of strength who carry me through my worst days and who lift me up and allow me to fly on my best days. In my wildest dreams, I never imagined that I could find the kind of love that even when we're in the middle of an argument, I never doubt for a second that you guys love me. Yet standing here today, I found it not once, but twice. I can't imagine my life without both of you. In it, I love you.
Aww.
Kleenex.
Thank you.
No, it's not.
Kyros, Scott, and David, repeat after me. I love you.
I love you.
Don't look at me, look at me. For some time now, I have waited for this moment.
For some time now, I have waited for this moment.
I cannot imagine my life without you.
I cannot imagine my life without you.
When I hope,
When I hope,
there you go. I hope to make your life happier and more fulfilled.
I hope to make your life happier and more fulfilled.
We know each other very well,
We know each other very well,
and I trust future adventures will only bring us closer.
and I trust future adventures will only bring us closer.
Today, I promise to build bright tomorrows with you.
Today, I promise to build bright tomorrows with you.
I will try to watch my tongue,
I will try to watch my tongue,
listen with genuine interest,
listen with genuine interest,
think compassionately,
think compassionately,
touch with sensitivity,
touch with sensitivity,
and play fairly,
and play fairly.
caring gently for the unspoken needs of your heart,
Caring gently for the unspoken needs of your heart,
and try to accomplish at least half of the work that I promised to do.
and try to accomplish at least half of the work I promise to do.
I will love you in all the days to come.
I will love you in all the days to come.
Right, we have rings. There are rings.
Yes.
We have rings. All right. Upon each of these rings, you have inscribed the words, "We three together," forming a continuous circle, declaring your unending love and commitment to each other. If you trace your finger around this circle, you simply return. Likewise, together, you will find happiness in the knowledge that the seasons will come and go, and then return constantly. Such are the ways of the universe as it encircles us with a sense of common humanity. If bitterness casts shadows, you will try to cultivate the sweetness of passion and illumination until it again returns. If frailty encloses you at times during your shared cycle of life, you will help to strengthen each other so that you feel the ambition to expand and grow. And so, as a sign of the endlessness of your bond, you will now exchange rings as a token and pledge of unwavering dedication to ensure that your marriage matures with time. David, do you accept this ring from Scott and Kyros?
yes.
Good choice. Scott, do you accept this ring from Kyros and David?
I do.
Also, can I tell them your little secret
Yes.
about your ring?
Yes, are you sure?
So for a while now, they've had these rings, and Scott has been wearing his ring on the engagement side of his body, and this is the first time he's moving it over to the wedding side. Oh, come on! Kyros, do you accept this ring from David and Scott? Hypothetically.
I do.
From this day onward, you will be each other's muses in daily adventures. Perhaps, even more importantly, wherever you may venture, your love will be a refuge. Shared experience, community, and love are the ties that bind and unite us. The tradition of handfasting goes back a long time, thousands of years. It is said to be the origin of the phrase tying the knot, and signifies the beginning of a marriage contract that originally was intended to last for a year and a day. At the end of that time, the people who were fasted generally made a choice as to whether they wanted to renew their vow or whether the contract wasn't great. Maybe they wanted to move on. With the benefit of 10 years under their belts already, we think it's probably not a difficult choice for them to make. So, hand fasting is an actual fasting. It's an actual knot tying. And generally, when people are hand fast, the person who's tying the knot for them offers some sort of blessing, right? So, in the spirit of three, I am going to bind them 3 times. The first binding is a binding of love. You guys have a lot of practice with love. Love's not hard for you. Got a bunch under your belt. That's great. I bind you to continue your practice of love. I have faith. You'll get out. So traditionally, with hand fasting, the couple will leave the bindings on for the rest of the night.
That would be.
Hard to eat like that.
Yeah, we're having some other ideas. I bind you to passion. Passion brought you together. Passion is a big part of the people that you are. I know that because I've known you a long time. I bind you to the best of your abilities. Fuel each other's passion. That's what you don't even need to.
Kind of.
And I bind you thrice to freedom. It's a funny thing to bind someone to freedom. But it's not as opposite an idea as you might think. Right? In the bonds of what's called a matrimony, we receive the ability to truly be free. Because we can really start to become the people that we've always wanted to be. And there's freedom there. So your job is to nurture each other's freedom and passion and love. And that's really what you're promising today. Are you ready? Do you, David, accept and acknowledge Scott and Kyros as your partners, joining with them today in marriage, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring their growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting them, loving and embracing them in times of adversity and times of joy? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
Do you, Scott, accept and acknowledge Kyros and David as your partners, joining with them today in marriage, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring their growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting them, loving and embracing them in times of adversity and in times of joy? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
Do you, Kyros, accept and acknowledge David and Scott as your partners, joining them today in marriage, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring their growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting them, loving and embracing them in times of adversity and times of joy? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
All right, I now invite everyone here who approves of this union to show their acceptance, love, and support. Please come up and tie your own knots. We have a bunch of ribbons, they're all right here.
It's an audience participation part of the program.
If you wanted to offer them a wish, that's totally a thing. Sometimes people can share. Sharing is caring.
They're going to need garden shears to get out of that.
How do I
Just living this once is probably enough. You guys, for the very beginning,
I know, right?
Trying to give you
Oh, right. Well, and we were people weren't want to do it. Seems like our friends want to try us out. It's getting big enough that we can do it. They were we didn't make them long enough for two. All round up.
Thanks for coming. How's the sequel? Is it as good as the original? That's the theory. That's one that I'm a little sure.
I have faith in you.
That's the special one. That's the special one.
It's funny, it's filled with antisocial people, and if they don't know it's weird.
We're suggesting that.
Sorry.
Thomas is like getting tickle you guys because you guys are all
You're on the same page.
Do you have a color purpose?
Well, they think they're going to get out of this thing.
That doesn't seem very nice.
So, like, square knots, are not stable knots. Right. Right? They're unstable. They come apart.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do.
Right. When you get tighter, we're going to cut that. Korean style.
to get a picture of them trying to get out of there. Garden chairs come flying. Take all their fingers. Oh, I know.
No, there's still quite a line right there.
I love it. Wow. Are the ribbons fitting around it? Almost over.
Oh my, there is still quite a line.
We can shift them over to you. I'm sorry.
When there's not such a crowd.
I will interrupt this crowd. I'm not sure we have enough for you to take 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were going to be lucky to get one for
I was I made cookies and everything. I did not, but I made chocolate covered cookies, and I made strawberry
You missed out.
I also made strawberry
We'll get out of here in a bit. I have faith in you.
I couldn't use the canes today and the wheelchair wouldn't fit. My husband right there. Now it's I got my phone. Oh, that was smart.
Okay, everybody knows you don't get inside of the big quest. But
10 years is a long quest.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I could do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was always
Other ones are going over the top.
I will never forget the first time I met Shut your phone now. Is that the one with the buttons?
They're gonna come over here. I don't know. I just get my camera and so I get the
Yeah, so they get back now.
Wait, no, we have one more that's trying to get out.
waddle.
I don't know. I think Scott's going to have to go first. David and I are wearing watches. Yeah. The last minute choice of switching hands made the watch a bad idea. Yes, it is.
Excellent choice of color.
I like this color.
I know. We share our love of purple.
I don't know if it's
What's that?
Well, that was the thing.
Wait. I did the Oxford one.
Oh, yeah? Yes.
There's a few left over if you guys would like to. Might as well use all of them.
You don't have to do it.
It's getting there, yes, definitely. They're welcome back there too. If anybody didn't get one for whatever reason, sometime we're gonna wrap. We actually still have a few left. Might as well use them all.
I'm pretty sure you want us to finish.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm trying to get them all used up real quick.
Check that out.
Well done.
I bet you guys are rethinking all those metal weight things now, huh?
It's not that bad.
Alright. David, Scott, and Kyros, in the presence of your family and friends who have joined you to share this moment of joy, you have declared your deep love and affection for each other. You have stated your wish to live together always open to a deeper, richer friendship and partnership. You have formed your own union, forged your own path, and followed your hearts to be here, now, in this moment, and from this moment forward, together. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially recognize your union as life partners. You may now seal your marriage with a kiss. Alright, so we are going to do some photos and stuff. Management has asked me to ask you to start to filter upstairs to the mezzanine, where the drinking ends. And then they're going to reset the restaurant for dinner. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in a few.